This is your rage-inducing player, Echo. Hope I'm bringing you another gameplay on grind. And speaking of grinding, this gameplay was horrendous. Quickscopers, people were lagging out. Well, not lagging, rage quitting more or less. But on both sides of the team, my team and the other team, you'll see when I pull up the scoreboard or the leaderboard to see what's going on with my deaths and kills. People are just rage quitting left and right, and it's just really bad. But speaking of grinding, you know, we all have things we have to do when we want to do, but it's very hard. You don't want to have to do something unless you don't have to. Or I don't know if that makes any sense, but the point I'm making, I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I know other people that do it whenever they can, or people do it Monday through Friday. Well, me personally, I don't want to have to feel like I have to upload today. I want to be uploading a video because I want to. Because if, you know, I'm not going to try to upload some subpar gameplay, but if I have to, I'm going to have to upload something. So I'm changing my upload schedule to fit more my styles. When I upload when I can, when I get you guys something good, I'll still upload, what, 2-3 times a week, maybe once a week, you know, if I'm able to. Say if I come down with pneumonia or something, I'm not going to obviously fight the doctor or get out of bed just to make a commentary. I mean, you know, if I'm sick, I'm sick. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to upload maybe, what, 1 to 3 times a week if possible when I can, so you just have to check in regularly. But I'm bringing back an old series that was on my old channel, and tell me what you guys think of this, if I continue this or not. It's called Echo Whole Point Misadventures, and the reason I bring this up, on the 1st and not the 1st, the 21st and the 22nd, I'll be going on this float trip with the youth, well, older guys of the youth group, more of youth helpers, Rodney, Eddie, Dusty, possibly Josh, myself included. It wouldn't be a party without Echo Whole Point, and more importantly than that, the youth pastor, the murderer, or attempted murderer himself, Brother Jay. And the reason I say that is a lot of things go very fishy when that man's around. I've got food poisoning, I've hit barbed wire fences, I've gone off 10-foot bridges. I will say this youth pastor has attempted to kill me, and I will vow for this. Oh, kid slapped with a C4 sandwich. But that's the point is, it just gets fishy, and I hope this float trip goes over well. But speaking of float trips, I'm bringing you guys another float trip story. I think I did this last summer, as with Josh himself. You know, I have a kayak, and for good reason. Oh, look at the snipers and tack inserting. Heaven forbid. Oh, spray, get sprayed. Oh, look at this beasting going on in here. Oh, get wrecked. But beside the point, speaking of floating, is last summer I always have a kayak, guys. I invested in a kayak for good reason because I do not trust other floaters. If you're ever in a canoe, your teammates or whoever you're floating with have the tendency to cause you to flip. And I have a good story that will bring this to light. My friend Dusty was floating with Josh, the destroyer is what I'd call him. Is they were floating for a first quarter mile down the Buffalo, and within the first quarter mile, I kid you not, they flip 3 times. And Dusty is in the boat, in the back. He is raging, screaming at the top of his lungs, "Quit landing, Josh, you're the fault of us." I mean, he is just flipping out. I'm thinking, dude, chill. It's just a float trip. It's nothing serious. It's not life or death here. We're just having some fun. I'm trying to get him to calm down. He's like, "Give me your boat." I was like, "What? No, I float in a kayak for a reason. It's my boat." And he is just flipping out. I thought he was going to erupt like a volcano. But, you know, I took the courage upon myself. I put on my big boy pants, and you know what? I'm like, "Dusty, fine. You take my boat, I'll float with Josh." And it's not Josh's fault. I was like, "No, it's your fault. You can't calm down. I think you're just being a noob." And I'm a pro. I've got 8 years of floating under my belt. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll beast it up on the Buffalo." And you know what? First, you know, half mile, he's like, "Things are going good." We hit the first set of rapids, and I'm thinking, "Yeah, we got this." We flip, and I'm thinking, "What just happened? What? Huh?" Nah, it was just coincidence. Well, we go down a little further down the river. We flip on the next set of rapids. I'm thinking, okay, let's try something new. I throw Josh in the front of the boat. I put myself in the back, and I'm watching Josh like a hawk. I'm thinking, okay, something's not right here. And, you know, things are going pretty smooth. But I'm looking at Josh, and every time he paddles, he leans. Every time he paddles to the left, he leans to the left. Every time he paddles to the right, he's just lean to the left, lean to the right. I'm like, "Josh, I know what the problem is." He's like, "What? What's the problem, Alan?" "You're leaning, Josh." And he's like, "Nah, you're doing what Dusty's, you're blaming me for your mistakes." I'm like, "Dude, if you could watch yourself, you're leaning, like bad, like you're like going for a swim, like over the boat." And he's like, "No, just chill. Let's just do it." You know, I think we go another 2 miles. Like, we flipped on this float trip a total like 16 times while I was in the boat, not including the extra 3 with Dusty. You know, like, and I'm screaming at Josh, "Just stay still. Don't lean and just use your arms." He's like, I'm just using." He wouldn't agree with me. He was just arguing, screaming, and now I was being yelled at. I'm thinking, I volunteered for this, and this is what I get myself into. And yeah, there's a sniper. Welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops 2, where the quickscopers rush and they always win. But besides that, I finally give up with Josh. I'm like, you know what? Josh, you're in charge. I'm tired of you screaming at me, trying to blame me for what's going on. I'm like, Josh, you're in charge. You tell me what to do, I'll do it. So when things go wrong, you're to blame. And he's like, fine, and I'll take responsibility. Well, you know what? This is what happens. He tells me to lay in the bottom of the boat, do nothing. That's what he said, do nothing. So I just lay down, and he's just floating, and he yells, Alan, get up, paddle. And by the time I get up, we hit a 10-foot rock head on. I mean, like, directly. And there's what? The buffalo is maybe like 30 feet wide, 10-foot rock. We should have been able to avoid it. Well, we hit it head on. Last quarter mile of the trip, we flip. I'm mad. I'm looking at Josh like, yeah. What just happened? You, Josh. Well, you know, we flip. Oh, look at the spray. The point of the matter is, this is why I invested in a kayak. Do not ever, if you ever meet a guy named Josh Cox, don't float with him. He will flip you. Point is, invest in a kayak. Great investment. This is your rage-inducing player. I'll hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace!